Imagine you're exploring some mountains and then you see steam steaming up through the trees. You gotta check it out and then come across this.
In 1869, David Folsom, Charles Cook, and Williams Peterson set out to explore what is now known as the Yellowstone River. The trio described it as a masterpiece of nature's handiwork. But when they got back, no one believed them.
In 1870, another expedition by Henry Washburn, Nathaniel Langford, and Doane explored even more of the park. This time they were able to convince a few more people, but the majority still thought that they were crazy.
In 1871, Ferdinand Hayden, head of the U.S. Geological and Geographical Survey of the Territories, led an expedition to Yellowstone. They were finally able to convince the masses that this place was real. Paintings and photos were taken on this expedition, mostly famous Thomas Moran's paintings, which captured the attention of the American people. On March 1st, 1872, President Ulysses S. Grant signed the Yellowstone Park Protection Act, creating Yellowstone as the first national park.
Yellowstone didn't receive any government funding at first, being run by unpaid superintendents like Langford and Norris, none of whom were able to manage the issues with poaching and plundering in Yellowstone.
The government was still unwilling to commit to funding to the park. This led to, in 1886, the U.S. Army stepping in and managing the park for the next 30 years. They were hugely more successful than any previous attempts. However, due to the current laws, they were unable to enforce rules against poaching and vandalism. Their best strategy was to take poachers, hold them in jail for a week, then let them go on the opposite side of the park.
Poaching was a serious issue in Yellowstone at the time. Populations of wild animals were rapidly dropping, and visitors would chop off bits of the geothermal features, damaging the park. Most famously, Edward Howell announced his plan to go into Yellowstone and kill the remaining bison, whose numbers were already incredibly low from hunting. The U.S. Army and the park found out, and they were able to catch him before he killed too many. A journalist was there and published an article and pictures of the event, and it captured the public eye. This event became a huge push, leading to laws against poaching and showing the need for a large, full-time network of people working within Yellowstone.
On August 25, 1916, President Woodrow Wilson created the Park Rangers, a well-known organization today that manages the park's resources, polices the parks, fixes trails, and educates visitors. The superintendent during this time, Horace Albright, is credited for establishing a strong foundation of what park rangers would do. Other legislation was also passed around this time, making it illegal to take parts of the park from the park, break the park, and even more crucially, made hunting within the park illegal. Soon this was able to lead to the Endangered Species Act, which protects species that get close to extinction.
Many changes have come to Yellowstone throughout the years, such as laws passed prohibiting killing predators, new roadways, better management systems, and lodging within the parks, as well as many other improvements. Yellowstone will continue to change from natural geological events, restoration efforts, and climate change.